Jehiva Khadra, Tafalchirod Arash. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've managed to get some recording because I was fighting tooth and nail to get episode 5 working correctly. We're just logging in now. Back to Hohenburg, the little satellite town next to the other little satellite town that make up my space metaphor. So, yeah, we've built out a little bit. Everything's going well here. I think we're a little bit sick because we dug too greedy and too quick. We've expanded an awful lot. Not really focusing on the functions of the town, which are education. Now, education takes a long time to start kicking in. It's going to be a while before we can get. Well, we do need to get to City Hall before we can even engage in any university-related shenanigans like putting traffic cones and statues. But that said, we're not going to get any closer to our goal at speed 1 now, are we? So, I've been thinking a bit about how I'm going to manage recycling, and I'd like to have one city manage the recycling for the region. And I'm not sure if it's going to be here or back in Strasbourg, there on the horizon, glittering in its super low level of detail. What would you like? Yeah. Oh, that's awful. So yes, when I say we've grown too fast, what I mean is we have sprawled, but our density hasn't gone up. Density grows over time, assuming the city grows around it. But if you sprawl, you kind of lay a little time bomb that could go off at any moment, and just turn the entire area into a really poorly balanced mess. A little bit of industrial demand, which I'll happily satisfy there. High knowledge cities are industrial cities, but they're high tech industrial cities. See, our tech level here is low, super low. Now it should go up. There we go. But for the moment... So the tech level is influenced by the education in your city, but it's kind of influenced by the education... Okay, well, from what I've been able to work out, it's influenced by the education that's close to the kind of industrial belt. But you know what? I wouldn't mind testing that because it doesn't make too much sense. So I'll put the university somewhere nice rather than kind of cozying it right up to the area. Let's see what happens. Like I said, at that point of the game we'll be super duper rich anyway, and we will be able to do exactly what we want. Look at this giant yellow lollipop. Also, you have 2 kinds of cars. Would you like your car red or blue? Oh, there's a beige. Maybe it's just an old red. Timber top apartments. Like Twin Peaks. Spot of nearly medium wealth. Short store. Chekhov and Co. Electricians. Lunve Tire. I love the little music in the background here. It's all a lot more classy than the places actually sound. Hilltop Commons. What do you even sell? This was the same building as the place that sold mattresses in the last city. I wonder is it a franchise? And a high wealth cafe. Wow. I can't even see that. Oh, wow, look, it's the other way around. I told you earlier that the solid lines were the local and the soft lines were the regional, but it looks like demand for houses, dark green, regional demand for houses. There you go. I'm sure there's method to that particular madness. He's a police station. Wow, we got a lot of crime. Money's looking good. Might put an extra set of jails on that. An extra block of prisoners. What are we missing? You want more police. Do you know what? I have enough money, thanks to my cash injection, to facilitate that. So how much are these? 225, 114. How much are you per hour? 300 per hour. Penthouse sell. Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. They're looking for good managers, which is medium wealth, which would line up with what we're seeing in the demand. Riffing on the Frasier theme music there. Oh no, crime! Oh no! Crime, 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 crime. And the Crims have got them. That's very high octane for a city simulation game. I will be complaining. Wow. Wow. Well. Hohenburg Shores, 90210. Is that place actually called Sushi Hero? Wow. Shout out to all my Leeds brovs. Anyway, back to work. And by work I mean waiting. Waiting. School's good. Did we do school bus stops? Let's find out. School bus stops. We did. Look at that. Nice way to make neighbourhoods happy and increase your schooling. Put more schooling in your school pot. How are we for power? Oozing power. Oozing water. Plenty of poo room. Wow. City Hall, there it is. Very low density. Pain in the neck, frankly. I kind of wanted to do a slightly different road layout. You can use these central lanes as like motorways, quite literally, and then do stuff like anyway, you can bridge over the motorways and reduce traffic quite considerably by doing that. But unfortunately, it's not the best idea in a city like this because our main access road is so far off centre. So I suppose the important thing would be to get a kind of midpoint and maybe put a clover leaf in. And or even like one of those M621 yokes where you kind of just, the motorway just suddenly stops and then you're in Bradford and no one is happy. That would still cause a junction though. Can't really do motorways very well in this game. You shouldn't have a motorway in a city anyway. You say I do the cloverleaf, but really you have to ask yourself, I have to ask myself, but I also ask you, dear viewer, what would the point of having a cloverleaf junction be when one of the 4 exit points from the junction are going over here? And when I say cloverleaf, I don't mean right click and select cloverleaf from the things. I mean put a bridge over your thing and then put 4 roads connecting from the bridge to the bridge. So how do we have healthcare? I'm sure, no, we didn't. I'm getting mixed up between my cities now. Schooling is problem. Classrooms are full. Kids like education. Is our big not break explosion happy? Not sick. And our on top. Thought I did do this. I thought I had this done. I did. There it is. Right in front of me. So, here's a rule. This sim is sick. And we have no injured sims. Ambulances don't care about sick sims. Maybe we should invest in mass transport. Oh, we can't because I don't have any real connections in this city. Which means this is going to be our first city to go for a municipal bus stop. I just want to keep this pretty far away from any areas I want to be relatively posh. Like, it would be good to place it on top of this and then have all the posh stuff the other side. Or here, but I'm going to try and keep as much space for the industrial as possible. And it's quite expensive. And it's expensive to run as well. More than my job's worth. This gentleman wants to give me some money. Is that 50,000? I can't even see. Yes, it is exactly 50,000 for setting my city on fire. Let's do it. Let's cheat. Oh. What is that? Is that the clinic? Yeah, I don't want to build too far out. Yeah, that. Boop. Okay, we're back. Yeah. You have to be very careful on my computer about how I'll tap in and out of things. Something I'll be fixing soon, but really stuff to principle of which is a new graphics card, so I'll finally get this game running on high graphics and not ridiculously embarrassing level of detail. Meanwhile, in the city, we were going to drop a new fire station component, so as we can win this everything's going to be on fire very shortly challenge. It should kick off imminently. 414 an hour. We have really spent far too much money. 32 grand in total. The thing is, when you buy things, always remember there's the upfront cost, and then there's the cost per hour. I can transfer money from my other city, but I can't transfer income, if you see what I mean. Maybe that's a bit too deep. So, while we're waiting, I don't know what we're waiting for, really. While we're waiting on death, let's let's do some tidying. You know what, I might actually fix this road up so it falls on a... Well, no matter what I do, because this road is so wide, it's going to interfere with the block boundary. You can see it sits right the way through a block. It is exactly 50% of the way through. There's not really too much I can do about that. I think I said in another game, or earlier in the series, it's okay, because when it comes to building sizes, this kind of hyperblock defined by this yoke here, which is not meant to be, is about the same size as probably the larger kind of placed buildings, especially utilities, especially the large fire stations and stuff like that. They're about that size. God, we have a lot of demand for residential. This thing's desperately trying to become a commuter town. It certainly is already a computer town. You're welcome. So let's respond to that by... I don't know if I should double that density there when I should really... It's okay to do stuff like this. In fact, this is pretty handy because we know the density on this little stub road here, this little cul-de-sac, is going to be tiny. They're never going to grow to the next layer of density. This block here, defined by the edge of the cul-de-sac, will, but when it does, it's going to put its entranceway on the highest density roads, which will be these roads, because I'm not going to upgrade this one. Bit of spare cash. Let's tidy up some roads. Place look like somebody owns it. I own it. These, I don't know if there's a functional difference between this type of road and this type of road. Oh, so it's just the only thing you get is the extra lane. Fair enough. How we doing? How we doing? Do that thing again, which I said I wouldn't do. I need to be careful about that. That's a four-way intersection. In fact, I think some of the intersections I've been ignoring so far this episode have already been four-way intersections. Look at what you're doing. Causing trouble. Not paying attention to your own self. Oops, no. So if we take that out, this is too close to another intersection. That'll never fly. So I want to swap this. Oh no! Oh no! Oh wow! God, that's messy. Swap this to this. I'm going to tidy this up. It doesn't annoy me too much, but I know it'll probably annoy some of my viewers. Traffic issues gradually developing around this central cluster. Might be time to medium density these. Yeah, look at this. We can go density crazy. So, this street is about to come medium density. Oops, that was high density. This will be a huge population shot in the arm. Absolutely massive. So this should be high. This is already high. High. 30k left. I could make these high density. That's not going to really help. See how this building has changed its alignment? Oh no, wait, sorry, that's a lie. The alignment here, you can see where the path, this little path component here at the front door, that's where the front, quote unquote, of the building is. You'll see it here as well. It's the path in and out. In fact, I believe, even though it's not technically correct, the car's path in that way. We'll have to wait until it's occupied. Remind me to forget all about that and never speak of it again. Oh god, why am I getting medium wealth where there used to be low wealth? I prefer high density, low wealth apartments. Because I am a man of the people. This is supposed to be our high wealth zone as well. That was pretty stupid of me. We do have high density high wealth. Maybe later. I'll remember about that sometime down the line. Why were you unhappy? I saw you unhappy. I think we just have too much low wealth. Or it's too close, just a little too close to the police station to be comfortable with its medium wealth bracket. Oh no. Oh no. You're on fire. See how much of a shot in the arm that extradential. It's totally a word. Additional population boost was. So if I can just find some more upgrade roads to increase density, I can. So if I go along here, what you reckon? Medium. So this is going to do nothing. This should, in theory, do nothing. This will set off all merry hell. So we'll do that. And then, in the interest of increasing the laning, go to medium density industrial as well. That will cause some trouble. This should push us up to small city. Go team police! Yay! I love law enforcement. We just caught a crime. Some medium wealth and low wealth. Low wealth, medium density is always this kind of long plan. Medium wealth, medium density is always a square plan. High wealth, medium density follows this pattern. We should see some later on. If we don't see them in Strasbourg. So here we can see there's a pretty even spread between which ones have gone for the door on the back and which ones have gone for the doors in the front, which is good. I think it does a lot of its own traffic balancing and demand planning. What would you like to do? 25 grand for a block party? I'll do it. There was no education. There's plenty of education now. 61 out of 350. Do you need an extra school bus? Oh, he's feeling happy. There we are. Bleep bleep. Let's do it. No regrets. That requires dubstep because I'm an esports athlete. Now. So, there we are. See that little symbol there? Placed in the region. We don't have to worry about it. So we have access to recycling, tourism, super expensive utilities, university. University is a separate building, which is a little awkward. Although I can put it basically wherever I goddamn want. Okay, well, not wherever I want, but I'll put it out here. That's quite nice, isn't it? Could make this a nice medium wealth area. Boop, boop. Decisions. It's going to allow me the university, which I kind of want to get down fairly early. That's kind of what the purpose of the city is. Let's pop out of that view for a minute and draw this road. Then pop back into this view. Take a look at it and see what we can do. So that means we have room either side of here. So if I go in that middle pip there, it's equidistant. And there's a bit of space there. Pause mode. If I go into, say, okay, that's bigger. That's super much bigger. That's hyper not easy to place. So it's really only 3 roads I'd be able to push, which precludes high wealth. So, with that in mind, if we set it off-center, we will have much more space for a little bit of a high wealth zone. And look at that. Y'all about to be educated, yo. Back up. Of course, that said, we're going to be deleting this anyway, because really we can't connect to this road again, because look at how close these junctions are anyway. That may not look too close, but bear in mind this is the arterial route. Classrooms are full again. Are you flipping insane? Wow. That's expensive. So there we go. We've got ourselves a city. Another city. Isn't she pretty? Well, join me next time when I will probably save up for a university and get this high-tech industrial show on the road. You'll have a very pleasant, insert reasonable time frame description here.